Places to visit in Curaçao. Often dwarfed by its sister islands, Aruba and Bonaire, this island near Venezuela is an intriguing blend of Europe and the Caribbean, with hidden lagoons, colorful colonial architectures, secluded beaches, pleasant weather, and great diving spots. If heaven was a place on earth, this would be it. If an under-the-radar authentic land destination has been on your bucket list for a while, look no further than Curaçao, the largest of the Netherlands Antilles.
Hey travelers, welcome back to your favorite channel, TheTravelist. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and like the video for sure.
Curaçao's capital, Willemstad, is a festool of colors and stunning architecture. Downtown Willemstad was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1992, and its colorful rows of houses in vibrant shades of reds, blue, and yellow are still being restored to their former glory. So when you walk down any of these lanes restricted to pedestrians, you will discover both diamonds and treasures in the rough. Most of these historic houses are now owned by the government and have been transformed into municipal offices, so very few of them are free for exploring during the day. The capital is divided into two main sections, by the St. Anna Bay, namely Punta or the Point, and Ortabanda or the other side. Another amazing piece of architecture is the Queen Emma Bridge, named after the Dutch Queen owing to its colonial legacy. This bridge connects the halves and then magically floats to one side several times a day to let ships pass through. You can visit one of the many museums here. Believed to be the oldest synagogue in the Western Hemisphere, the Snoa, or Mikveh Israel Emmanuel, is both a house of worship and a museum that traces the history of the Jewish community on the island. The community was founded by Spanish and Portuguese Jews who fled from Iberia during the Inquisition. The synagogue's floor is a breathtaking wonder and is made from sand imported all the way from Israel. If you're interested in learning more about the island's Jewish heritage, you can sign up for a full tour, which includes a trip to the Jewish cemetery where the oldest tombstones date to the 16th century. Only if you're up for the possibility of seeing some ghosts, of course. Or you could grab a chilled beer at one of the waterfront cafes in Willemstad to watch the boats pass by. And if you're lucky, you may even get to stay on the Queen Emma Bridge as it moves, so cross your fingers. Curaçao's closeness to Venezuela influences more than just friendly political relations. Every weekday, Venezuelan fishermen dock their boats in the waters of downtown Willemstad, a section of water just off this bay that has a series of designated spots where boats pull up as early as 5 a.m. As soon as the boats pull up, people begin to walk up and check out the fresh fish. Negotiations happen in multiple languages and currencies. Your best bets are some delicious citrus fruits like tuna, mahi-mahi, or dorado, honey, and bananas. If you're residing at a homestay or a hotel with a kitchen, whip up a dish starring some of the fresh catch and fruits. Or visit the low-key, unassuming food halls near the floating market and begin a gastronomic journey with some authentic Antilles cuisine, including the iguana stew that's best paired with lemon water. As weird as it may sound to you, locals find it mouth-watering. To explore some ancient structures, pay a visit to Fort Beekenberg. Unlike the most popular colonial-era fortresses like Waterfront and Riff Fort, Beekenberg is largely abandoned. Sitting on a private property owned by an oil company, the site was inaccessible for a long time. But today, it's open to visitors free of cost. Built in the early 1700s on Curaçao's southern end, it was a strategic point to ward off invaders who tried to land in Caracas Bay. You can explore the fort for yourself and steadily go to the top of the tower that's dotted with a handful of cannons. You can explore the scenic views of the city below and the Caribbean Sea beyond, but be prepared for a workout. There's quite a few ladders and stairs to climb along the way. The year was 1500 and the Spaniards had just arrived in Curaçao, bringing with them Valencia oranges. Due to the island's arid climate and soil, the orange turned green. The Laraja orange is indigenous to Curaçao, and its dried peels are used to produce the iconic blue Curaçao's liqueur, which has a distinctive taste. So visit the historic Landhuis Cobolobo mansion for the tour around the distillery of this delicious liqueur and learn all about the production process and variations. Indulge in some tasty Curaçao treats and refreshing cocktails while taking in the breathtaking views of the courtyard. There's also a copper kettle here that's over a century old. Put out some souvenirs for friends and family from the extensive gift store that's located smack dab in the middle of the 19th century mansion. To enjoy the island's natural beauty, one must visit destinations in the Haddo Caves. In the early days of the slave trade in Curaçao, the caves were used by escaped slaves as hiding places, and would even live in them for months. However, even before the Europeans arrived in Curaçao, the Amerindians Arawaks used the maze of caves for shelter. You can see 1500-year-old cave drawings of petroglyphs on the cold recess of the rocks. You can take a guided tour through the Haddo Caves. Here you'll learn about the mysterious bone-chilling stories behind some of the stalactites and the stalagmites. In the eerie lighting here, you can see these natural features cast shadows and take forms like the pirate's head, sea tortoise, and the giant from the Jack and the Beanstalk fable. Once you emerge from the subterranean depths of the cave, stroll through the Haddo Park's Cactus Garden or the Indian Trail, where you can get acquainted with the region's rich flora and fauna. For a more thrilling adventure, go to the Chereboka National Park, which covers more than 10 kilometers off the rocky, wave-exposed north coast of Curaçao, with a total of around 10 pocket beaches where 3 turtle species lay their eggs. There is something ethereal about the sound of the waves pounding against the rock formations. While here, you wouldn't want to miss the other attractions in the park, including limestone bluffs, a natural bridge, and a sea turtle conversion area. The park begins at Boca Tabla, a gorgeous inlet where massive waves thunder into an underground cavern. Steps cut into the rocks, and they lead you directly into the cavern's mouth. And you can sit here on the very edge and watch the surf roll in for an exhilarating experience. Once you peek inside the cavern, you can stroll along the limestone bluffs and enjoy a spectacular view of Curaçao's rugged natural beauty. For a more laid-back experience where you can also dive, surf, snorkel, and swim with marine life, the island's serene beaches will be your dream come true. With its turquoise water, glittering white sand, and swaying palm trees, Curaçao is a true gem located on the southwestern coast of Curaçao. Popular among tourists and locals, the beach is ideal for swimmers, whereas its reef are a paradise for scuba divers and snorkelers. Curaçao is no short of any facilities. It offers secured parking, a dive shop, showers, lockers, and restrooms. It also has a cutesy beach bar and restaurant where you can have some authentic local cuisine. If lounging on the beach was not relaxing enough, there's a massage palapa and a beach to soothe all those knots in your muscles. Listed among the top 21 beaches by National Geographic, it's not a destination to be missed. A small island located about 10 kilometers from Curaçao, Klein Curaçao, uninhabited island, was once bustling with fishermen and farmers up until the 19th century. The island was green with grass where goats used to graze happily. It was a haven for seabirds, but unfortunately their droppings chemically reacted with the phosphate used by farmers as fertilizers. A restoration project is underway, and you can still enjoy the pristine white beach, crystal blue waters, and colorful marine life here. The iconic pink lighthouse located right in the middle of the island will offer you a glimpse into the island's past, but be careful if you enter. There is renovation going on. If you're not into adventurous activities like scuba diving or snorkeling, the Curaçao Sea Aquarium is a great way to interact with colorful shoals of fish, turtles, and other marine animals in a beautifully created ecosystem. Dedicated to the conversion of marine life, it's one of the most unique kinds of this world. This is because from its very beginning in 1984, it managed to create natural habitats for all the marine inhabitants without utilizing sophisticated technology or equipment. It operates under the principle that all animals need to be housed in circumstances that closely mimic their natural habitats. This noble goal is accomplished by employing all the available natural resources in the aquarium. Our trip through the quaint island of Curaçao concludes here, with magnificent coastlines, Dutch and Portuguese-inspired structures, museums, and great weather. This Caribbean island feels like a blissful dream. Which was your favorite destination here? Comment below. As always, like and share the video if you enjoyed it, and catch us in the next country by subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one.